Hey friends, in this video I'll teach you how to draw a three-dimensional beach ball. Let's go! Awesome, let's begin. This video lesson is going to be a part of a series of lessons on how to draw three-dimensional shapes. And what I believe to be the simplest one to begin with is a circle. Now, I want to put an emphasis on understanding why things look the way they are. When you draw while understanding what you draw, your drawings are going to be much better and they're just going to look more real. So this is something that's very important for me. Now, when you draw a ball, for example, a beach ball, like I'm going to do now, the most important thing to understand is that this is not just a circle. It's actually an object that takes up space and has volume. So if you draw this object while understanding that it has a space, that it takes up space, then your drawing is going to end up looking much better. So I'm going to begin by indicating that this is actually a beach ball, and I believe there are two components to drawing something realistically and making it look like it has a volume. The first component is to draw it correctly. And while I'm talking, what I'm doing is just giving a simple tone to these stripes of the ball. So the first component is drawing it correctly. In this case of drawing a beach ball, the basic shape is very simple. It's simply a circle. So this is the first component, drawing it correctly. In future lessons, we're going to draw things like a cube, a pyramid, and then we'll have some more challenges on this part. But for here, it's relatively simple. Now, this is the first component. The second component is properly shading it and taking light into consideration. So what I'm going to do in a second here is start shading this ball, and you'll understand what I mean. So let me kick it into time-lapse while I complete these stripes and we can begin working on the shading. I'll see you soon. Okay, I'm back. Now we have the basic shape of the beach ball, and so this is the first component. The second component will be to actually draw the shading on the beach ball. In order to get that, we need to first decide where our light source is, meaning where light comes from. What I'm going to do for this one is choose a light that comes from the top right corner. Now, this means that the darkest part of this drawing is going to be the bottom left part of the beach ball, because this is the part where the least amount of light can reach. And also we're going to have a drop shadow on the floor right below the beach ball. So what I'm going to do now is begin shading the bottom left part of the ball. And for me, in these kind of drawings, it's the easiest to begin from the bottom left, from the darkest tone, and move slowly and gradually to the brightest tone. I'm going to begin with the darkest tone. I'm probably going to darken it further in a few minutes, but for now this is the tone I want to get. And you see I'm slowly moving in circles and continuing to shade. And the more I continue to move to the top right, in the top right direction, the lighter I press on the pencil to get a lighter tone. Now what I think I'm going to do is do some of this shading in time-lapse, and then I'll tidy things up in real time and add the drop shadow. So let me go ahead and I'll be back really soon. Okay, I'm back. What I've done so far is get the darkest area to the left. Oopsie. And slowly go upwards and create the lighter shade where the light comes from. And I'm gonna continue until this part will slowly merge with the white tone of the beach ball. So as you can see, we have this brightest part and this dark part in the lower left corner. Now what I want to do is add the drop shadow. I'm gonna quickly indicate it in time-lapse and then begin darkening it. So let's go. Okay, this seems about right. As I said, right below the ball is where the drop shadow is gonna come. This area has the least amount of light reaching it. Now, I'm gonna darken this drop shadow at least to be as dark as I want it to be, at least as dark as this darkest tone of the ball. And because this is really an area that's very dark. And also, I want to create, this really depends on a lot of other factors, the way this shadow looks. It depends on the distance of the light source. I'm going to make a separate video on this specific topic in the future, but for now, I'm going to try and make the edges of the drop shadow as fuzzy as possible and make them kind of merge with the white color of the page. There we go. And notice how the closer the shadow is to the ball, the darker it is, and the farther it goes, I'm making it a little brighter. And this is all there is to it. So as I said, this is the first video in the series. I'm gonna create a few more. Thank you so much for watching. If my videos help you, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be very thankful. And this way you can know when I upload a new video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon next video.